Now, one of the deals to be signed in Beijing this weekend is one with a Chinese group led by the China Development Bank for the redevelopment of the Sokhna seaport of the Suez Canal. The port will serve, among others, about 150 Chinese companies in the China Industrial Zone, which is, of course, is inside the Suez Canal Economic Zone. Now, Yasser Hakim joins us in Cairo with an update on this deal. Yasser, as always, you're welcome to the show. Now, tell us a little bit more about this deal, what it entails, and certainly how it's going to help in the expansion of the Suez Canal.
Yes, Uche, the deal is actually linked to what we've just seen in the news about the major conference and summit on the Belt and Road Initiative, and the Suez Canal and the Sokhna port are part of this Belt and Road Conference initiative and will enhance the trade between East and West. Now, the conglomerate bank and the group is going to develop the Ain Sokhna port of the Suez Canal to help not only be a port where ships would pass by, but it will also be developed so that you have bunkering services, you have the retail services, you have launch stocks can be there, silos will be put in around so that it can be a logistical hub, not just a normal port. Services even to the ships that passing by, whether like food or any kind of hotels in the area for the ships and the crew. So it's a development and taking the sport to a new level that will be up to the standards needed to make it successful in its attempt to be part of the Belt and Road Initiative.
Now, Yasser, even as this deal is happening, we know that the Suez Canal says that it's seen a drop of over 15% of its revenue in the last quarter, as ships are shying away and complaining about the high costs there. And some of them are even taking longer routes and cheaper routes as well. Some of them are taking South Africa instead of the Suez Canal. So the Prime Minister did come out and say he's overturning an increase in fees to cross the canal. Do you expect this to work?
No, it started with the Ministry of Transportation, which is overlooking a part of the services in the canals, in all ports in Egypt. And it raised the prices of services for ships. And it says that the prices have been like this for 15 or actually 2 decades. So it was normal to increase the prices at this point. But what has happened is that it has backlashed because the timing was not the perfect thing, not at a time when the trade is not at its best, international trade. There's still a recession in the world of trade, and there's more competition. So it wasn't the right time to take this step, and that's why the Prime Minister and the chairman of the Suez Canal port had decided to overturn the decision or to go back to the old prices only in the Suez Canal area, not the rest of the ports in Egypt. And at this point, the main customers or clients like K-Line, Evergreen, they are mainly Asian shipping clients, the huge worldwide shipping companies. They've moved to other ports, like you said. They've gone to Greece, for example. It's a very close port, port, which is more developed and has better prices. And at this point, there's a meeting in Cairo that has taken place last week. It seems that it has not been fruitful, so the minister himself will be traveling to the headquarters of these shipping companies to try to convince them of the initiatives and the facilities he's going to provide, so he can convince them to go back to the Suez Canal and the Ain Sokhna and the East Port Said ports.
Well, many thanks, Yasser, for that update. Yasser Hakim joining us there in Cairo, Egypt.